Good morning and welcome to the 59th Annual General Meeting. Last year was our first online AGM, and I don't think anybody thought that we would still be physically distancing, but here we are. To shake things up, we're trying something different, and I'm here live with the Executive Board and some of the subcommittee chairs streaming from the Abbotsford Arts Centre. It's been a busy year for the association, as you will see in the presentations. I want to take a moment to recognize all the members of the Board of Directors for their leadership and guidance of the association. You may not know that in addition to all of the regular board meetings, each director sits on one of 6 subcommittees of the board. Their work shapes what we deliver to you, our members. Last month, they also focused on an ambitious strategic plan for Concrete BC that will see us through to 2024 with tremendous growth. Thank you all for your time, dedication, and support. A special thank you to our Chairman, Racy Sidhu, for your continued leadership and enthusiasm for the association. And to our Office Administrator, Sherry Gouldmet, thank you for your support this year. It's made a huge difference for me, and I really appreciate it. We have a very full agenda in an hour, so I'll start with a quick orientation on how things are going to work today. Before we get started, I'll run through a few technical considerations. This is a live stream event, so in the event that we lose connection or have a technical issue, stand by and we'll be back online momentarily. If you experience any issues, you can text the number on your screen. Please note our live stream is being recorded. All voting members in good standing received an AGM package, the agenda, proxy form, minutes from last year's AGM, audited financial statements, and a nomination report by email at the end of September. This package included all resolutions that will be debated or voted upon today. Please note there is only one vote per organization. Our quorum is 25% of duly enrolled active and associate members in good standing of the association, including directors and officers. We have 98 voting members in good standing, so therefore 25 members constitutes a quorum. If you have any questions, enter them into the comments section as we go. We'll get to all the questions or we'll follow up with you directly. I do have my phone on. If you want to ask a question but you're uncomfortable with the chat function, text me at the number on the screen. We will be using poll questions for voting purposes. When there's an opportunity to vote for a motion, you will be asked to vote in favor or opposed. Click on the poll and vote. To make a motion or second a motion, please use the comment function and type "I move" or "I second." Pretty simple, so let's get started. All right, so I'm pleased to say we have 25 voting members online, which constitutes a quorum. And I'm very pleased to now introduce our Chairman of the Board, Racy Sidhu.
Hi. Thank you to all our producing, associate, and affiliate members for joining us today. It's been an interesting year, to say the least. The COVID crisis has persisted longer than anyone would have ever imagined, and I hope all of you and your loved ones have stayed safe and are in good health. Our industry has shown resiliency and strength through the COVID years and has continued to grow and prosper. We are definitely a strong bunch. Concrete BC has also endured. 3 years ago, during our strategic planning session, we hatched 5 committees and assigned board directors to them. Our board pivoted from a governance to an operational board. The 5 committees, advocacy, communication, education, membership engagement, and workforce development, have worked diligently and delivered on their objectives. As the AGM progresses, you will be hearing updates from the committee chairs. Last year, we added the Safety Committee, which has already gelled and is providing value to our membership. Our long-term Technical Standing Committee continues to be active in matters relating to the Ministry of Transportation and Highways, the Canadian Standards Association, and plant certification. Our Standing Convention Committee has also been busy preparing our 60th anniversary. More to come later. I take this opportunity to thank all the board directors for their commitment and active participation. I also thank the Executive Committee, Mark Hilton, Vice Chair, Shannon Ledwig, Secretary, Joe Whipple, Treasurer, and Rob Starks, our past Chair, for their leadership and support. On behalf of the board, I also sincerely thank Carolyn for all that she does. She is a pillar of strength and single-handedly steered the association through a tough 2 years. She has been resourceful and innovative, bringing to you our first online AGM last year, which allowed the board to deliver its message to a larger audience than ever was possible before. She has worked tirelessly, prepping the committees, pulling and pushing where required. Her voice, our association, is heard throughout British Columbia, the Pacific Northwest through Penware, and across Canada through Concrete Canada, and into the United States through the NRMCA. She is smart, resilient, and graceful. She inspires us all to do better, and we are forever in her debt for the tremendous work she does. Thank you, Carolyn. Moving forward, I'm so excited to be part of and share with you Net Zero 2050. This is a new concrete movement that has aligned our industry, not just across Canada, but throughout the world. A concrete movement that is bringing the cement and associated industries together under one flag. We are setting ambitious goals that will require our industry to innovate, become more efficient, and reduce our carbon footprint. Our industry has never been so united, likely since we first came together. I encourage each of you to embrace the initiatives that we will be putting forward, accelerate innovation, increase efficiencies, and lead change throughout the globe. With this initiative in mind, in early September, the board set the strategic framework for the following 3 years. We have decided to reduce the number of committees to be more focused and to further propel the committees that are likely to drive the greatest value to our membership. Concrete BC will transform towards an educational association and become environmental stewards. We will substantially increase our advocacy efforts and be more present with our members. We will be increasing our staffing levels within the administration to assist in driving our mandate and ensuring that member requirements are met. We will indeed be supercharged and roaring through the 2020s. That brings me to our 60th anniversary, which will be taking place on May 12th to 15th in the upcoming year. The extravaganza will be held in the beautiful and glamorous Pacific Grand Hotel in Victoria. The dates have been set for us to break through the prohibition years and into the roaring 2020s. Don't be a blue nose, book your reservations and take the bulge, as there will be significant early bird discounts. Looking forward to seeing everyone in their glad rags. Have a wonderful AGM. Good morning to each and every one of you, and thank you for joining us on the online AGM today. I'm excited to be here in Abbotsford Live with the board, and I'm excited to open the 2021 AGM. Let's begin with a read of the Competition Act.
As participants in this meeting, we must be mindful of the constraints of the Competition Act. There shall be no discussion of agreements or actions that may restrain competition. This prohibition includes the exchange of information concerning individual company prices, costs, margins, sales, and operating plans, rates, market practices, claim settlement practices, or any other competitive aspect of a company's operation. Each participant is obligated to speak up immediately for the purpose of preventing any discussion falling outside these bounds.
Thank you, Shannon. A quick reminder to our online viewers that only Concrete BC voting members may move or second a motion. So let's get this started. Can I have a motion to approve the 2021 AGM agenda? Is it moved?
It has Eric Anderson.
Second?
Just type in, you so move.
Launch poll 1.
Thanks, Matt.
All in favor?
All right, motion is carried.
Motion carried. Thank you. Can I have a motion to approve the 2020 AGM minutes?
Type in so move. Thanks, Rod. Rod Johnson can't hear anything. Thank you, Stephen Hay. And second, Rob Slarks. Launch the second poll.
All in favor?
All right, you can publish those results.
Motion carried. It's my pleasure to introduce Joe Whipple, our coveted treasurer. Up next, he'll be presenting the 2020-2021 Treasurer's Report.
Thank you, Racy. This is the Treasurer's Report for Concrete BC for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2021. Thank you for affording me the privilege to serve as your treasurer on the Concrete BC board for another year. The socioeconomic conditions during this reporting period continue to provide us with unique challenges. Once again, your board stepped up to the challenge and achieved new milestones within our strategic objectives while remaining fiscally prudent. We've continued to operate with reduced staffing levels since the beginning of the pandemic, and in doing so, have reduced our internal labor costs by $23,000. As we emerge from the provincial restrictions, we have determined as a board there is value in adding an internal resource. This resource will provide support to our committees to accelerate their results, hence providing direct, timely, and tangible benefits to our members. The amount allocated for this initiative next year is $60,000. Turning to our non-dues revenue, it was again necessary to cancel our in-person events as we respected the various health orders enacted within our province. Both the concrete road trip and golf tournament were not held this year. Our convention was held virtually, which allowed us to realize a modest $10,000 profit. Despite this year, we finished $135,000 in the black. This was considerably more than originally budgeted, due primarily to the fact that membership dues remained constant throughout this fiscal year. Net, we had a reduction of only one member. This despite the fact we had budgeted much more conservatively due to the uncertain economic environment at that time. To the balance sheet, this year, your board has decided to eliminate the building fund. The building fund was originally created so at some point in the future, Concrete BC would be able to purchase office space of our own. It is the decision of this board that at this time, that is not realistic or aligned with our long-term financial strategies. It was then determined to transfer the little over $91,000 accrued in the building fund to our promotion fund. This will allow in the future the allocation of these monies to further promote Concrete BC's interests within our province. This year continued to be unconventional and presented us with considerable changes in our work environments. Your board adapted quickly and decisively to ensure our members' interests continued to move forward amidst these rough waters. Looking forward, we are well positioned financially, both on the balance sheet and the income statement. We are well funded for all of our initiatives going forward and plan for a balanced budget during the next fiscal year. Thank you again. Back to you, Racy.
Hi, Joe. Thanks for that great report and welcome.
Thank you. Good morning, Racy. Good morning, everyone. It's great to be here. Before we get started taking some questions, may I have a motion to approve the financial statements ending June 30th, 2021?
We've got a 4-second delay, so.
Okay.
Wendy Davidoff moved.
Thank you, Wendy. And a second, please.
Stephen Hay, thank you.
Thank you, Stephen. So I will call the vote after we take all the questions. So any questions?
So if you have any questions, type them into the chat function and we'll relay them to Joe. Okay, we have a question. It says $91,000 is a large cash infusion. How do we normally contribute to the promotion fund?
It's a very good question. The last 2 years have been challenging for our promotional fund, as typically we fund the promotional fund at the live auction at our convention, which obviously we haven't had for a couple of years. This year, having the ability to move some money from the building fund to the promotion fund is a well-needed cash infusion. Thank you for that question. It's a good question.
Have another one come in. Is there any near-term expenditure goals for the promotion fund?
So typically the promotion fund is utilized at your board's discretion. We've in the past used the promotional fund for items such as our enhanced website, sponsorship opportunities with Pinwar and UBCM, in addition to that, associated lobbying activities. So the fund is and will be continued to be utilized as such, and your board will have direction of that through the coming year. Any other questions?
I would say we also use it for consulting, yeah?
Yes, we have used it for consulting. Anything that promotes the activities of Concrete BC.
Any other questions for Joe?
Okay, if there are no more questions, I will call the vote. All in favor?
Launch poll 3. Give that a minute. Okay, Jeff, you can publish those results. And we got 100%.
Good, and it's carried. Thank you. May I now have a motion to approve KPMG as auditors for the association for the 2021-2022 fiscal year?
Here's just a delay. I know someone wants. Wendy Davidoff, thank you.
Thank you, Wendy, and we'll need a second, please.
Is that you, Tyler?
Sure.
Tyler.
Thank you very much, Tyler. Let's launch poll 4. All in favor?
Okay, you can publish the results. And that is approved.
Great, that's carried. Thank you very much.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. And now I will turn things back to Racy.
Thanks, Joe. I want to take a moment to recognize and thank 5 directors that are retiring from the board this year. Mark Leslie, Tony Martins, Rob Slarks, Randy Tompkins, and Derry Wilson. Thank you for all your dedication and service to the association. I also want to especially recognize that Mark, Tony, and Rob are all past chairmen of the board, and thank them for the tremendous contributions they've provided to Concrete BC over many, many, many years of service. I personally want to thank them for providing guidance and support to me during my first year as chairman and my tenure at the board. Thank you. We all look forward to formally recognizing all of you when we finally have an opportunity to come together at the 60th Anniversary Convention, which will be located in Victoria in the month of May of 2022. I look forward to seeing you all there. It is now my pleasure to hand things off to Carolyn to present the 2021-2022 nomination report.
Thanks, Racy. I really want to thank Mark, Tony, Randy, Rob, and Larry. We're going to miss your humor and your contribution at the board meetings, and thank you all for your service. Really appreciate it. All right, on to the nomination report. Concrete BC Bylaws 6A states that the affairs of the Society shall be managed by a board of no less than 11 directors and no more than 19 directors, made up of a single majority of ready-mix concrete producers on the day of election. The following 8 directors were elected in 2020 and have 1 year remaining on their term. The P designates a ready-mix producer. This leaves 11 seats, and we had 10 nominations this year. The current Concrete BC Board of Directors passed a motion last month to suspend nominations from the floor for this year only. Therefore, the nominations to the Board of Directors are now closed. The following names appear on the 2021 election ballot and fulfill the simple majority outlined in bylaws, with 11 out of the 18 seats being fulfilled by a producer. Can I have a motion to approve the nomination report as presented? Thank you, Mark Hilton. A second?
Tyler.
Thanks, Tyler. Okay, Jeff, launch poll 5. All in favor? I'll give you a minute. Okay, Jeff, I think you can publish those results. And it's carried. Thank you very much. I hope everybody's getting the opportunity to comment in the polls, and if not, let us know if you need a little more time. And I'm going to hand things back to Racy.
Thank you, Carolyn, and congratulations to all the new and returning directors. I look forward to working with each and every one of you in the upcoming year. It's time to hear what our subcommittees have been doing, and I can tell you they've been very, very busy over the past year. First off, we have Eric Anderson, who chairs the Advocacy Subcommittee.
Hey everyone, here's an update on the Advocacy Subcommittee's work for 2021. As a reminder, this team's work focuses on 2 things. Our main goal, as always, advocating for concrete in the building system. And 2, collaboration with partners on concrete's role in the local economy. A few themes I've noticed in this year's work. Uncertainty. Our political environment is changing, and things on the COVID front are ever changing. It remains a challenge to keep people focused and hold a meeting in any traditional format. Sustainability. I've seen more time and energy spent on this topic this year alone than in the past 5 years combined. This is a great opportunity to share our story, yet now more than ever, we need to be focused, as sustainability is not a nice to have, but a must in our messaging. Some of the work we've completed this year. Mass timber and concrete's inclusion in this movement. We had another meeting with the Mass Timber Implementation Team. If you recall, this is the group that is led by Ravi Kahan. Racy and I, in partnership with the BC Stone, Sand and Gravel Association, met with Jeff Vassy, the Assistant Deputy Minister for Mass Timber Implementation, and Jared Hutchinson, Executive Director, Building and Safety Standards Branch. Our concerns are obvious, as much of the public messaging makes it sound like everything will be built from timber. We know that is not the case. Wood does have its place in the building system, but so does concrete. We made it clear that concrete and aggregate industries in BC operate over 110 plants and employ over 9,500 people with a $1.5 billion economic impact. Further, with our ties to the cement industry, we influence an additional 23,000 jobs and some additional $11 billion in economic contribution. Not to mention, the products and jobs we impact are BC-based. Our asks of this team were as follows. We need action. There is tremendous pressure on the construction industry to become greener and innovate, yet the pace of change is slow. Jeff committed to a seat at the table for demonstration projects this fall. They have an innovation team and session aimed at speeding up adoption rates of existing practices and reducing barriers for new ideas. Collaboration. How do we get a seat at the table to maximize the wins for all? There's 4 demonstration projects and 8 true construction opportunities that we can take part in. We'll be given feedback on these projects. And then finally, innovation. We can help to solve some of the issues we see in the construction industry and shorten the path to implementation. We have market-ready solutions, such as lower carbon concretes and optimized supply processes. These gentlemen are tasked with implementation of mass timber, but Jared Hutchinson is also the leader of the Building Safety and Standards Group. He is an important ally to influence standards in general. He noted that decarbonizing building materials is the new direction, and they're developing a team in the fall to table ways to decarbonize and look even further into embedded carbon. This is our future, and the calculations are becoming more clear for many building materials thought to be pure. Another great meeting we had on material selection, specification, and shortages faced by the industry was with the road builders. They invited us to support the BC Road Builder and Ministry of Transport Joint Bridge Builder Committee in May. We support the concrete teams and the general contractors with regards to material supply over the long term. We made the message very clear about fly ash shortages and future of this material in the building system, as it is changing. It is not as abundant as it used to be, and with the future of coal-fired power, alternate solutions will be needed. We discussed the suitability of alternative materials such as slag, but also the time needed for producers to deal with such changes and the impacts on cost. We also saw an opportunity to push the discussion on the use of GUL cements on Ministry of Transport work. Again, with pressure on CO2 impacts on construction materials, GUL cements are a solution to reduce impacts. GUL is becoming the most available cement in the market. We are asking Ministry of Transport to allow this flexibility so our members can continue to make quality products for transportation programs. Concrete Wins Program. This is a program that was developed by the Cement Association of Canada and Eastern Canada, and has developed some great unified actions for concrete and concrete-related industries. Really, the goal is to rally the voice of the collective industries that make all these products. We are at times stronger as one. We have begun this process in BC to support some common goals on sustainability, product messaging, and really anything that makes concrete win for us all. Our goal is a unified messaging when it is right to join forces, especially in the political arena. We hope in time we can develop a broader working group of associations in BC to build this messaging and lobbying power. A final word on advocacy and collaboration. Concrete BC continued its membership in the Pacific Northwest Building Resilience Coalition. This past summer, the coalition partnered with the Pacific Northwest Economic Region to host 4 webinars on the pathway to resilience and carbon neutrality. The series focused on how the cement and concrete industry provides resilience to the effects of climate change while lowering CO2 emissions in line with national and international greenhouse gas emission reduction targets. This group has also announced a 2021 Economic Leadership Forum. It will be held in Vancouver, BC on November 17 through 19. We are building a consistent presence and profile with these key legislators to educate the industry's path to carbon neutrality and concrete's vital role in resilient infrastructure. Thank you. And as always, I hope you are all safe and well and had a great summer.
Hi, Eric.
Good morning, Racy. Good morning, everyone.
Are there any short questions for Eric?
There's no time left.
We're just going to give a minute. We have a little delay here, so we'll just wait to see if any questions come in. Well, lots of kudos. There you go. No questions so far. All right. I think you're good.
Okay, if you have any further questions, enter them in the command section and we'll get back to them later. Next up, we have Mark Hilton, who will be presenting the Training and Education and Workforce Development reports.
Thank you, Racy. Good morning. My name is Mark Hilton, and I chair the Training and Education Committee. One of the main goals of Concrete BC is to be a resource of quality education and training offerings. The focus of the Training and Education Committee is to provide producers and members of our industry the training elements that can elevate the skills of their staff and help increase the industry's overall performance. I wanted to give you an update on some of the highlighted activities that the committee has been working on since last year's annual general meeting. One of our most popular courses continues to be Basic Concrete Technology, also known as Concrete 101. Unfortunately, due to COVID, we have not been able to host an in-class course since early 2020. The Basic Concrete course has long been popular with field and office staff, whether they are new to the industry or needing a refresher as they change roles. We were hoping to put on a Basic Concrete Technology workshop on September 21st and 22nd, but with the more recent health order restrictions, we will most likely have to move to an online platform or push this off until early in 2022. Keep checking our webpage to see when we will be offering this course again. In 2019, we launched the Certified Delivery Professional Online Driver Training course, also known as CDP, to our members. This course has been received very well by the industry, and over the past 12 months, we have had 78 people complete this course, and since we started offering it, we've had over 100 professional drivers trained and certified. This course is a 5-module course designed to help drivers better understand ready-mix trucks, concrete product knowledge, helping students to understand how to safely operate these large vehicles, and much more about our great industry. The course is self-directed, so students can take at their own pace, and each module has topic-specific quizzes to ensure the student is understanding the content. Our dispatch training course is another popular course that we've offered in the past, but unfortunately, again, due to COVID, we've not been able to offer an in-class course since 2019. I am, however, excited to announce that we are in the process of creating this course in an online video format, so students will be able to take their course from their hometown in a self-directed format and at their own pace. Jim Wagner, formerly of Command Elcon, and who has facilitated this very popular course for us in the past, was in Vancouver earlier in the month to help us to create this new video formatted course. Here's a sneak preview of what's to come.
Hi, I'm Jim Wagner. I started dispatching ready-mix concrete in 1964 and developed some dispatching tools that were quite powerful. I then formed a company in 1972, merged with Command Data in 75, and am Vice President of Command Elcon until I retired in 2014. I'd like to share with you some of the things I've learned in my over 50-year career. So let's get started. So what does it cost to run a truck per hour? What does an extra 10 minutes of delivery or travel time cost you? Remember, it's 10 minutes each way. What does an extra 30 minutes of unloading time cost? And what if your average load size was 6 meters instead of 8? Factor this into your bidding process. So we bid for profit, not just volume. We measured profitability by factoring in the travel and the unloading times.
We hope to have this course completed in mid-2022, so stay tuned for an announcement on that. Over the past decade, Concrete BC has been offering concrete pump operator safety training. This program provides BC concrete pump operators, owners, and the construction industry with a regulated, safe, and effective means to prepare for operator competence and increase safety on site. Concrete BC continues to deliver this course in a series of one-day workshops focused on teaching this basic training standard. The next workshop is scheduled for October 30th online. Check the website for registration information. And we are happy to share that last month, WorkSafe BC announced that effective December 1st, 2021, certification will become mandatory for all concrete pump operators in British Columbia. Operators and companies will have a 2-year grace period until January 1st, 2024 to ensure that any person operating a concrete pump holds a valid operator certificate issued by an approved certificate authority for the class or type of concrete pump or placing boom that they operate. Until fully certified, operators can operate the concrete pump or placing boom under the supervision of a person who holds a valid concrete pump operator certificate for the class or type of concrete pump or placing boom being operated. I mentioned in last year's update that we have compiled a list of all potential courses that are currently offered to the concrete industry. While we can't offer all of these ourselves, we have provided a link to them so you can see what is available and investigate further what you see as valuable to yourself or some of your staff members. Please check out our Concrete BC webpage at concretebc.ca. Click on the Training and Education link and then on Additional Recognized Education to learn more about what is available. In last year's update, we shared with you that our Education and Training Committee had been working hard on an initiative to create a career path offering for our members. The Career Path Training Program is intended to help our individuals or even external people to the concrete industry looking to get in, acquire the skills unique to our industry required for their next job up in their career progression. As companies continue to deal with labor shortages, we see this Career Path program as a great opportunity to help industry members grow, be challenged and stay an employee for life in our great industry, and in turn, aid our producer members to identify qualified people for succession planning. Over the past 12 months, we've been working hard to create the career path streams and curriculum requirements for each. We have identified plant operations manager, dispatch, quality control, and safety as the 4 key streams to focus on for now. We are very excited to be able to offer this to our members. Stay tuned. More exciting information to come on that soon. So, this is what the committee has been up to. If you would like more information on any of our courses, you can always check out the Training and Education tab on our website, or you can email Concrete BC's Executive Director, Carolyn Campbell. Turning to workforce development, part of the responsibility of the Workforce Development Committee is to synthesize the annual driver survey data and report back to you, our members. The 2020 survey was a bit of a step back. We had only 27 respondents as opposed to 34 respondents in 2019. In particular, we had a very low response rate in the Thompson-Okanagan region. Overall, less than half of the producer members are responding to this survey. We need your input to help us gain insight, educate partners about industry needs, and to get support from outside of the industry. Please take time to fill out the survey when it comes out in early 2022. It only takes a few minutes and provides us with invaluable data. In terms of highlights from this year's survey, we saw a decrease of 1 year in the average age of drivers to 46.8 years and a decrease of tenure of 1.4 years to 10.4 years. This tells us that we are slowly getting a younger driver workforce. In 2019, we saw 27 drivers move to other positions within your companies. For 2020, that number was 17. This still suggests that we are willing to move our drivers and that there are career path opportunities. In 2020, we saw a net gain of 34% in positions being filled. 58 drivers left and 89 were hired. These numbers are way down from what was reported in 2019, but no surprise with only 27 respondents. At the end of 2020, there were 54 reported positions unfilled, roughly half the number of unfilled positions than 2019. 1/3 of the producers say finding experienced drivers is the biggest factor to hiring, and 1/2 say there are too few candidates. All indications are that it will be increasingly difficult to fill these positions. If you're interested, full survey results can be found on our website. So similarly to 2019, we see that we need recruiting pools to draw from that have experience and qualifications. We're working on this with different partners. I'll speak more about that in a moment. In order to introduce the concrete industry, the association, and our hiring needs to partners, the committee wrote a number of framing documents that serve as a primer for organizations that can potentially help us find recruitment candidates. There are a number of organizations that we've reached out to get help with hiring. Helmets to Hard Hats is a federal organization that is tasked with placing veterans into the private sector. We have recently put job descriptions and association information up on their website, and the recruitment staff are working to introduce us to their veteran population. The BC Trucking Association has assisted us with some labor market research and have also put our job openings up on their job boards. We are working with the Vocational Rehabilitation Services Division of WorkSafe BC, who are trying to help locate suitable candidates. WorkSafe will be providing more information for the membership soon about how they can help. As part of the Ministry for Advanced Education and Skills Training, WorkBC has a number of programs that can potentially help us with recruitment and training. They offer an education training grant to employers that will pay for training and potentially subsidize wages for a period of time. We are currently putting together an employer training grant manual so that it will be easy for you to get reimbursed for your training expenses. We are also working with their service providers throughout the province to educate them about recruiting needs for our industry. Obviously, our hope is to ease the hiring pressure we are feeling within the industry. If some of these partners can help us find qualified candidates that wouldn't ordinarily think of a career in the concrete industry, it's a win-win for us. We are going to continue to work to deepen our relationship with these partners and try to find others that can help us with their recruiting needs. As more information becomes available, we will get it out to you and assist you in utilizing these portals for the benefit of your company. Thank you very much. Back to you, Racy.
Great long reports, Mark. And thanks for doing double duty, covering both of the subcommittee reports. Tori Burwell, Chair of the Workforce Development Committee, was not able to join us today. Any questions for Mark?
I see one, which is, Mark, when do you think the dispatch course will be available online?
We're hoping to have that course fully built in early 2022, and then hopefully in the second half of next year, early part of the second half, we hope to be able to offer it online to our members.
Excellent. Another question, how can I learn more about getting my staff their concrete pump operator certification?
Okay, good question. Yeah, you can go to the ccpo.ca website to find out the information on that. And for those people that are also looking for some help that are preparing for the exams, they can join the Pump Operator Safety Program that I mentioned earlier that's going to happen through Concrete BC Online on October 30th.
Super. Any other questions for Mark?
Okay, thanks, Mark. Great questions, everyone. Let's hear from Jeff Adams. Has been extremely busy working on the 60th anniversary convention.
Hello, my name is Jeff Adams. I have the honor of being your 2022 Convention Committee Chair. The committee is made up of Sheena Sidhu, Nikki Keith, Sherry Gildemet, Julie Polak, Carolyn Campbell, and myself. Unless you've been under a concrete slab for the past 22 months, you know we've been in a pandemic. The last pandemic of this magnitude was the 1918 Spanish flu. This pandemic was a major influence on the enthusiasm and excitement of the Roaring Twenties, which started in 1920, 2 years after the pandemic. We find ourselves hopefully heading into our first live in-person convention 2 years after the COVID pandemic started. So to draw from the past, we are titling your 2022 convention Roaring Back. Concrete BC will be celebrating its 60th year in 2022, and we'd like to have our largest turnout ever. Your board has agreed to give back to the membership by reducing the registration rate from $800 to $600 for early bird registration. That's right, 60 $10 bills gets you registered to attend the 60th anniversary convention. We really need your help to get your registrations in early so that we can start finalizing the venues to ensure we have enough event space. This will truly be an unforgettable event. The 2022 convention will be held May 12th to 15th at the Hotel Grand Pacific in Victoria. May in Victoria is spectacular, with colorful flowers everywhere, bright blue skies, warmer days, and little chance of rain. We will also be having a golf tournament this year, another reason to register early. The committee is currently working with a few great presenters to educate and entertain during the convention. We also hope to have a meet and mingle with your provincial MLAs if the legislature is in session. We've been working with local restaurants, venues, and tourist attractions to bring you fun events to participate in during your free time. The title Roaring Back goes hand in hand with the 1920s Prohibition, Flapper, and Gin Joint themes. Get ready to channel your inner Gatsby. We've been working hard at putting together casinos, lounges, and galas, so be sure to watch your email and social media for updates. Finally, to any companies thinking about sponsoring this event, we will have sponsorship packages coming out this month. We do expect sponsorships will sell out fast, so make sure you get your forms back into us. We look forward to seeing everyone in person in Victoria. It's been far too long and far too many Zoom meetings to get to this place. Thank you all. Roll commercial. Thank you all. Roll.
That sounds like a lot of fun. And I'm so glad we're going to be having a warm convention this year. Thanks for the report, Jeff. Does anyone have any questions for Jeff?
Okay, I see a couple. Jeff, when is the early bird deadline?
The early bird deadline will be December 31st of this year.
Okay, so that's to get that $600 registration rate. Okay.
That is to get the reduced $600 registration rate. correct.
Super. When can people register for the convention?
The registration site is live as of now at concretebc. Is it concretebc.ca?
Yeah, /Cats Pajamas, or
Pajamas.
the other website is concretebcconvention.ca.
And it is live as of now.
Question, will everyone be dressing in their glad rags during convention?
We hope to see you all in your glad rags. We will have a couple of events that you'll be able to dress up and party at.
Okay, they want to see some moves, Jeff.
Some moves. That's the best moves I got.
That's all right. Any other questions for Jeff?
Seeing none. Thanks, everybody. Hope to see you in 2022.
That's awesome.
Thanks, Jeff. I believe Tyler is up next for the safety report.
Thanks, Racy. Hello, everyone. I'm Tyler Thorson, and I'm the chair of the Concrete BC Safety Committee. I'd like to start this update by thanking those Concrete BC members that have volunteered their time to participate in this committee. Darren King and Kevin Rowe from Burnco, Vanessa Rose from SureSpan Ready Mix, Larry Holliday from CDI, Mark Leslie from Terrace Construction, and Jack Lukianuk from Lehigh Hansen. Thank you for your time and effort improving safety in the ready mix industry in BC. In 2021, our committee identified a number of priorities for us to work on. These included improved communication of safety-related information, empowering producers and workers through improved information and resources, identifying industry trends, common safety concerns, and working on ways to address them. From these priorities, we created a number of initiatives. We have continued the work of sharing best practices. We created templates and processes to share information on significant near hits and significant incidents. We created several safe work practices and job hazard analyses that can be used as a resource by producer members to support their safety programs. We collected a list of tasks that can be used by producer members to support their modified duties and light work programs. All of these newly created resources can be found on the Concrete BC webpage. In 2022, we look forward to continuing our committee's work on these priorities and the priorities identified in the Concrete BC Board's strategic planning sessions in September of 2021. I believe that through the work of our committee, we have improved resources and communication on safety-related issues to our members. I hope that we have helped you, our members, make your business and our industry a little bit safer. Thank you.
Great job, Tyler. You chair the newest subcommittee, and you folks are really hitting your stride. Are there any questions for Tyler?
I don't see any at this point. Anybody have any questions up here?
Okay, if you do have some questions, please post them in the comments section, and we'll get to them at a later time. Our last subcommittee to report is member engagement, a subcommittee that is very dear to me. Let's hear from Shannon Ledwig.
Hi, I'm Shannon, a member of the Member Engagement Committee here at Concrete BC. Making connections and growing professionally are members' top reasons for joining the association. To maximise the value of your membership, Concrete BC aims to enhance the connections and resources you care about the most. In this time of COVID, with much less face-to-face, many of these resources are delivered electronically. Let me take a minute to highlight a few of the ways we engage with members. Okay, the newsletter. As part of Concrete BC's focus on producers, we bring you a tool or information piece in every newsletter that can help you and your business. Over the year, we have featured a webinar about improving concrete quality, safety signage for mixer trucks, concrete crests and artwork, national safety code resources, task hazard analysis, and safe work procedure templates for washing out a mixer. In addition to sharing the latest economic and COVID news, our newsletter also introduced 6 new members through company profiles. Every issue outlines key dates and education offerings in the industry. So if you're not opening the newsletter, you're missing out. Okay, the website. Over the years, we've shared a wealth of information, and more is coming every month. We make it easy for you to locate current and archived information by utilising the Resources website page. Resources is accessible only to members of Concrete BC and lists information by category: safety, human resources, ICF, webinars, logos, and has an easy-to-use request form for anything you are looking for that may not be listed. Everyone is on the lookout for good people. Concrete BC offers members the opportunity to post job opportunities on our jobs page for free. We're excited to announce that our new partnership with a Concrete BC member, Go-To Promotions, is up and running. We have a new online storefront that allows members to view and order not only Concrete BC swag, but your own custom gear for your company using your logos or any of Concrete BC's latest crest and artwork. And 5% of each order comes back to the Concrete BC for the promotion fund. Be sure to check out the link from our website or directly from your browser. For many people, social media has become a part of our everyday lives. Concrete BC maintains an active presence on YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook, harnessing the opportunity to reach different audiences to share relevant content, news items, educational offerings, and job postings to amplify the voice of Concrete, our members, and your businesses. If you haven't checked us out online, follow the links from our homepage, concretebc.ca, and connect with us. All of these tools have been developed with you in mind. They help to educate about our industry and provide you with information and assistance. Job 1 for the Membership Engagement Committee is to add value to your business. Thank you for your membership in 2021.
Great job, Shannon. Any questions for Shannon?
Great report. I haven't seen any come in yet. The live stream is offline, I see. In the commenting, I see that we're still live, so I think we're going to have to continue. Okay. No, we get confirmation it's working for some people. Okay.
Are there any questions for Shannon? No.
I don't see any yet.
Okay, not seeing any. Is there any new business from the membership?
I'll take the opportunity while we're waiting for members to weigh in if there's any new business to remind everyone that the technical committee chaired by Matt Dalkey and is assisted by Brian Russell, they're working for us on the new EPDs, and we've asked all the ready mix producers to participate. We've only heard from a small minority of producers, so I'm encouraging everyone who has the opportunity to get involved and participate in the EPD. If you need any help, reach out to Matt Delkey, Brian Russell, or myself, and we'll get you hooked up. Thanks very much. I don't see any new business. We'll give it one more second. You guys all did so well on your presentations. Thank you.
Okay, well, none at this time. We'll move on. Thank you to everyone for joining us online at our AGM. We appreciate your support. I think we're all looking forward to getting together in person in Victoria next May. That brings our business section to an end. Can I have a motion to adjourn the 2021 AGM? Eric? Thank you, Eric. Second?
Wendy Davidoff,
Wendy Davidoff, thank you.
launch that poll.
All in favor?
All right, you can, that's a pretty straightforward one. You can close that off and publish.
Motion carried. I now declare the 2021 AGM adjourned. Carolyn, I believe you have a couple of items outside the business agenda to address.
Thanks, Racy. We originally had our member and today's presenter, Pamela Bragg, scheduled to deliver the keynote Culture, Renovation, Future-Proofing Your Business. Unfortunately, Pamela is ill and can't be with us today, so we'll reschedule that as a webinar and send a link out to all of you later in the fall. Pamela, if you're online, we send you all our love and best wishes for a speedy recovery. Take care. And moments ago, we drew a name from all of you online with us today for a free registration for the 2022 convention. So now I'm going to ask Jeff Adams, our convention chair, to come up and announce that winner. And he's here.
And the winner of Gatsby's complimentary registration for this year is Carly Pisterzi, from Island Ready Mix of Campbell River.
Yay.
Congratulations.
Yay, Carly.
Awesome. Thanks, Jeff. Thank you. Well, congratulations, Carly, and congratulations on your new nomination to the Board of Directors. We welcome you. Concrete BC appreciates all of our members who made time to register, vote, comment, and connect with us today. This concludes our 2021 AGM. Thank you for tuning in from all over British Columbia. Goodbye, be safe. And Jeff, let's roll that promo commercial one more time.